Boom. I've hit record. Look at that. We're recording. Hi.
Oh
Welcome to the
shit.
podcast. It's just three of us today. As I said, December would be a little slow. Uh, Pointed out by the fact that I wasn't here last Saturday either. So,
Hey,
yeah. Jobs and whatnot. Hi, I'm Brody. I'm here with Michael
Howdy.
and Justin.
so
Yep. It's us. We're here to talk about some stuff on our normal Millennials podcast. There you go. Is there anything you guys want to talk about
Yay.
first? Because I have a ton.
not
Uh,
much.
all I can really say is I picked up Cyberpunk,
Oh, yeah?
and even on the worst system you can play it on, it is still pretty good. Because it's not really meant to be played on a base PS4.
Nice.
But the first thing I did, because I still didn't believe any of the things they said, was make a female character with a dick, and that was
Nice.
about as
10 out of 10
shocking
gameplay.
as it was about as shocking and like confounded as I thought it was
Now-
going to be.
Does the game get progressively harder if you have a dick as a female?
I don't know.
No, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
Not really.
The only time your character creation ever mattered is still in the fractured butthole of South Park,
Oh god.
where the darker skin tone of your color meant that the game was harder.
The game was.
It was just
South Park.
wasn't it really just like your the money you got from enemies was smaller.
Yeah, and they would have an additional enemy every now and then. But it got fucking crazy with Professor Chaos. Like, he had 2 or 3 extra minions, and they were dogs for every single fight involving Professor Chaos, and it was like, alright, now it's ridiculous.
That's awesome.
That, and
Totally
for
forgot
some
about
reason, the Al Gore fight got really hard. Like, really hard. It was not fun at all when I had to do Al Gore. Oh, don't get me started. Anyway, I'm glad you got Cyberpunk 2077. I obviously don't have it. Because I bought another game. So,
Game's up.
yeah, I bought World of Warcraft, Shadowlands.
Oh yeah.
And I gotta say, it's a lot of fun. I actually like playing World of Warcraft now. Because I'm
Yes.
near the end game. I know, I'm near the end game. And I can actually participate in the end game stuff. And do the old raids and stuff like that and have fun. Where in the olden days, I'd have to spend a month working my normal 2 jobs to try and get close to it at all. So
Yeah.
like, my crafting professions are almost done. I've yet to do a Torghast, which is basically the closest resemblance is Rift, like Rifts on Diablo. I know that World of Warcraft players will be like, no, it's not even close, but it's the best, closest thing I can compare it to is Rifts.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not bad. I don't mind the storyline. It has the same issue that a lot of old MMOs have, where it's like, what have we done yet? Oh, we haven't done something like this. No, we did. We did that. All right, what else
Oh,
have
I
we
see.
done? Oh no, we did that as well. Shit. All right, just fuck it. Just do them all over again. And some of the enemies are so. I would say in the dungeons. I don't know. I'm not too impressed. I'm not like, whoa, these are cool. One of the dungeons you fight mushroom people and bees. And I'm like, oh, okay.
That's funny.
This is the end game.
Yeah. What is normally the beginning of the game?
But yeah, me and my I peaked really hard there when I talked like that. I'm gonna turn my microphone down. Sorry, that's obviously gonna be edited later. But me and my dwarf warlock are doing great. We're almost cap, and we're getting there. We need to craft our first legendary soon.
Yay!
So, yeah,
Nice.
10 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie, I had more fun playing this by myself than I did ever in the amount of times I played with Justin in the past. Sorry, Justin. This
What
fucking,
for the like 2 weeks we played together?
Yeah, well, it was still really fun when we played together. But
Yeah.
these this expansion is fucking fantastic. I love it.
Oh, good.
Marvel
Yeah.
released a ton of cinematic trailers yesterday for their TV shows. There was The Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, and WandaVision. And then they also announced like 6 TV shows, and you're like, really? So we get WandaVision first. It's supposed to come out January 15th of 2021. Then you get The Falcon and the Winter Soldier of March 19th, 2021, right? Then you get Loki in May. Then you get Marvel's What If in mid-2021, right? With season 1 and 2, because they've announced 2 seasons, apparently. And the second season's to be announced. Then you get Miss Marvel, who is from the new Avengers game, her. She gets her own TV show, which is okay. Then you get Hawkeye, obviously. That's super late, 2021. Then in 2022, we get Moon Knight and She-Hulk. There's a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special for some fucking reason. We get a Secret Invasion, which is the Skrulls. You get Ironheart, which I don't know much about, but is a thing. And you get Armor Wars, which is the War Machine TV show. So,
okay.
Yeah, well,
I don't know they were doing a War Machine.
Yeah, I don't really care. That's what they announced. That was their big release. Apparently, on the Marvel Facebook page, they also had Fantastic Four up. A lot of people were questioning that one because that wasn't confirmed, and Black Panther 2, which also didn't look confirmed.
That's
at
what
all.
I've heard that thing about.
But I mean, like it was
like a
recently.
Fantastic
Like,
Four
but we had more Black Panther rumors, before the passing of the actor a couple months ago. But now they're just keeping it up, and I'm like, I don't know, guys. I don't think they're already planning on making a Black Panther 2 that soon. Like realistically,
No,
if the worst that's gonna happen is they're gonna bring in somebody in a movie and they're gonna test the waters and see how everybody is with that.
Well, they've said it came out and said they're not gonna recast the character.
Right, but now everybody's like, then what are you gonna do with it? And I'm like,
I think they said they were gonna focus more on Wakanda, and then I was talking, and I was like, I guess in reality they'll just pass the torch early on to the female Black Panther.
I don't know, the White Panther, the White Panther, her sister, I can't remember her name. I only watched that movie like twice.
So, yeah, I liked it. It was great, but I have no desire to watch it multiple times.
I watched it twice. Probably watched it a third time when I rewatch stuff. Other than that, we have they did buy all of the Defenders and the Punisher back from Netflix, so we're waiting for that. They're gonna use Daredevil in Spider-Man, the third movie. Apparently, that was confirmed again somewhere. I have no links for that because it's Facebook and I don't trust it, but that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just pull all the new TV shows off of the Wikipedia page, so I know they're real, but I'm not seeing any of the other stuff. So.
Yeah, because I saw the Daredevil on Twitter, and it's like you can never tell.
Yeah, exactly.
You never know. But the Secret Invasion looks cool. I think the one I'm more excited for is WandaVision, just because it dabbles into an alternate reality.
Oh, yeah.
And that just screams a select few villains to me, so we're going to see. Because apparently that one's going to tie into the new Doctor Strange. But I have no idea when that's supposed to come out, because they have no idea when they're going to start filming it, because the director quit, so. Yep. He quit because he did quit. He did not want to do a show. He did not want to wait for a TV show to come out and then cramp in a ridiculous deadline for a movie. He's like, nah, this is stupid. I'm out of here. That was before COVID. He's like, no, I'm not writing Doctor Strange based around a TV show nobody's seen yet. That's stupid. I don't want that.
I remember.
What if the TV show sucks and just ruins the movie?
I remember.
It's not going to suck, but I don't know. Yeah.
We'll see.
And then Armor Wars, which is, that's my second favorite, but that's the last one to be announced. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that was that. I haven't seen the trailers yet, so I couldn't tell you if I like them or not. I'm going to watch them after this, I think. I've been so busy working 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Oh!
And then trying to relax and stuff.
You know who else got a secret, super awesome update? Dreamhaven. The company that all of the Blizzard head writers and stuff left to make a company called Dreamhaven. We talked about it in one of our previous podcasts.
Yeah.
I emailed the guy about investing options, and he said he wasn't looking for any.
Yeah.
Uh, they have two. They currently have two two subsections. They have Moonshot Games and Secret Door, and those are going to be like their little brother and sister, the Game Freak to their Nintendo, if you will. But they posted a careers tab, and they're finally looking for people to work in Irvine. They're looking for art for 3D development. They're looking for a server engineer, and then they're also looking for operations, like the director of operations, head of global brand marketing, head of publishing platforms, stuff like that. So it's working. They're finally doing something. So if that interests you, there you go. There's an art and engineering up there for Secret Door. They're looking for Secret Door stuff because I think that's the new one. So yeah, there's that. And Dreamhaven is expanding. So
long as they produce good shit, that's really all that matters to me.
Yep. That's yeah.
As a Blizzard fan, I'm always very disappointed when just sort of, now that Blizzard, the one that we know and love, is gone.
Dreamhaven. Yeah, it's all in Dreamhaven now. Everybody's leaving. They're still losing people at Dreamhaven.
At Dreamhaven?
No, Dreamhaven is taking people from Blizzard. Like just
okay. You said they're losing people at Dreamhaven.
No, they're losing people to Dreamhaven.
Okay, yeah. You said two. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you're good.
That happens when you take the money over loyalty to your fans.
And your employees.
It's 100 little things. It's death by 100 cuts. But yeah. There's definitely some big cuts there too.
Yup.
There's a few arguments for the Blizzard debate where I'm like, well, that's not really fair either. The one where they fired 600 employees. Excuse me, my nose is stuffed a little bit because I've been outside all day working. The one where they fired 600 employees and then rehired 600 employees just so they didn't have to pay them a Christmas bonus. Everybody's like, that's really shitty because Nintendo took pay cuts. I'm like, well, okay, but that's Nintendo. Like, you're comparing apples to oranges here. Like, the guy who ran Nintendo at the time was a fucking god. Like, he didn't care, right? But you're comparing.
He understood what to do.
He understood that his employees were already put in shit. Like, he knows that some of his employees already sleep in the office under the desk, and he hates it. But he also understands the stress of work. So he was like, well, we can't fire them because if they're willing to sleep at work, like, who the hell are you to tell them that they should go home, right?
Why would you get rid of that amount of loyalty?
Exactly. But then whenever somebody says that, I'm like, nah, it's apples to oranges. You're comparing two different people from around the world and how to run a business. Like, Blizzard is built off of American economy, and that's how it works. Walmart
Blizzard
does it,
also is now
7-Eleven does it.
Mainly Activision now, so.
Yep.
They're Activision Blizzard, so.
Somehow Shadowlands is a great release. So, the Activision gave them time because they fucked Battle for Azeroth real hard. And they were like, oh shit, nobody likes this. Like, literally, all of the YouTube channels that made videos on it, all of them, even the people who got paid by Blizzard were like, not shit. And then Shadowlands came out, and now it's got good rep because Activision took a step back. So I'm hoping that they're like, okay, well, maybe we should just let them do their thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm just throwing out some good faith for Diablo 4. So,
honestly, I'll put it this way.
I'm so confused as to why they canceled BlizzCon just to move it to February.
Because they're waiting for COVID. Because BlizzCon does make a lot of money. Like, it makes a shit ton of money, dude. It is not a joke. And they are, like I said, they're losing money too, right? They were. I feel like everybody's buying Shadowlands. You should wait and see if it goes on sale for Black Friday, though, because unless you're going to play it, like, 12 hours a day, it might not be the price. I like it because I get to play with my stepdad and I'm in his guild and we're going to do raids together, so I already get my money's worth. But for everybody else, I don't know. You might want to wait. I like it, though. I think it's a 10 out of 10 expansion. I played Miss Pandaria and that was really fun, too. I did that with Justin. We played that. And that was a lot of fun. That was great. But this is super fun. I fucking love it. I have a free character boost, but I only ever played a warlock and a human fighter, and they're all pretty much already at cap, so I don't know what I'm going to do. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. A human warrior, sorry, not fighter. You can tell I haven't played this game a lot.
You play more D&D.
Man, I know. I've been. I went back to that for a little while. Left, of course, because I still can't get back into it.
DDO, yeah.
Yeah, I can't get back into DDO. I still play D&D twice a week. All right, relax. I actually have a real life group forming here in Own Sound. They have a game store, and one of my coworkers has him, his girlfriend, and a friend, and his brother who plays D&D, but they don't have a DM. So I said, well, I DM. So you guys can come over and DM for me, and then I'll go to the game store and get what I need for it. And they're like, fucking right on, right? So we'll see what happens. Of course, the game store isn't open for face-to-face play right now, as Owen Sound is moving from the yellow to red era of the COVID-19, so all the stores are going to start shutting down again right on Christmas.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. Glory to Toronto area.
You know what?
Being dumbasses.
I actually don't hate it. I really don't. Like, I know a lot of people are like, well, it's, I can't afford to run my business. I'm like, well, you put all your eggs in one basket. Like, I'm sorry. I know that running a business isn't easy, but you also just opened one store. Didn't expand. You had no safety net. Like, I can't really hate on the government for you not being prepared. But, anyway.
Yeah.
The point is maybe you just take this holiday season to spend it with your family. Because everybody's supposed to be away anyway. And Rob Ford, for once, actually said a good thing. And he's like, yeah, people aren't going to stay separated on Christmas. They're not going to not go visit their family on Christmas after a year of this. So what he's talking about doing is having the Christmas week, like the little thing for school, to be extended by 2 weeks. And have the kids
Christmas break.
Yeah, have a longer Christmas break in case anybody gets COVID in the household. And I was like, see, that's actually fucking genius. Because then because then that way because the kids going to Kids going to school. I said skids going to school.
Skids going to school.
Did you hear that? Yeah.
Yes.
Kids going to school are the highest and most common large group orientated meetups because it's school. So.
Yeah, you're shoving like
fucking kids. Let's be
minimum like 300 kids, depending on
into a building.
Your school is into one building.
Yeah, that has two fountains. That has two drinking fountains. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're gonna sneeze all over each other.
It's fucking great. It's genius. It's great.
It's a breeding ground already before COVID for germs and stuff like that.
Lice is still around for a reason, you guys.
Yeah.
Lice still exists for a reason, and so does a lot of other things like chicken pox. And honestly, it should. But
chicken pox will never go away, even with
I did learn that Chapman's Ice Cream employees are the first on the list, one of the first on the list for the vaccine. I'm not going to take it right away. I want to see what the side effects are, because I am never the first person to sign up for anything. But I will be getting it pretty early, I think. I am pro-vaccine 100%, and I am pro-mandatory vaccine, but you should at least wait and see what the first batch does. And that's what I'm saying. I want to know what it does first. I want to see what happens, or at least hear about it.
I'm with the group of people with this one. Like, they're not. I don't trust it only because of how rushed it is.
Yeah. That's why I'm waiting 100%. To see what happens. But like, I know Chapman's won't force us to take it either, and they're not going to say, "Well, if you want to show up to work, you got to take it." They're not going to do that. They're too nice for that. I mean, they gave us. I might
have to for my work.
They gave us a permanent $2 raise. I mean, come on. They're really nice, yeah. They even gave everybody Christmas bonuses this year still. I'm not going to tell you how much I got, because that's not very professional. But
it's not. That's not required.
Well, I know.
We're having a talk here. That's it.
I know, but I'd still not like. I just like them. I like to respect them that way and not tell everybody what.
Well, it's coming up to someone and going. It's super rude to ask people how much they make in general. So doing that on a podcast where 5 people might watch it. We'll see.
I mean, my starting wage was $18.50. That was my starting wage. They started me at $18.50 for 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours a day. Like, it was great. Now, granted, I don't work every day of the week, and sometimes, like I said, it's 8 to 10. So my average is weird. And I did say I got a second job. That's only because I knew I wasn't going to get a very large Christmas bonus because I've only been there for 4 months. So I got a second job to make a safety net. Then that's really it. Like, that money that I'm getting from working at Canadian Tire is really just a safety net. And to build a studio.
Yeah.
And to build a studio. So, yeah.
I would say it's also, where you're in a factory, so you're going to be paid more than minimum wage in general.
It was originally $16, and then, like I said, they gave us the permanent $2 raise for hazard pay. It was just hazard pay, and they're like, well, you know what? Everybody's really happy. The morale is really good. Everybody just gets $2 additional. Like, just have it. Just take it. You know? And I was like, okay, sure. I'm not... Yeah. You know?
No, yeah, you can. Exactly.
If you're going to complain about that, then good luck.
Yeah. It was, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, I don't think they're going to force us to get it. I do think that because we have such an outspread across Canada, like with our products, that they put us, Grey Bruce County, which is my county, obviously, put us on like the top of the list, like near the top. So,
yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Because it's like essential workers and medical people are the first ones that are getting
I think the first people who are getting it they're going to do...
elderly and
the people who are most at risk.
No. What I actually...
At least in Canada.
You can correct me from what I read online. The first people who get it are nurses, like people who work at nurses and their families, like doctors and stuff. Then, believe it or not, they're going to do it with schools first. They're not doing it with schools.
The video I watched from
this is
government
this is Grey Bruce County. They got to choose each region. So BC is going to get to choose their progress list too. So BC is going to have their own.
Well, but based on the video I watched, it was not. It was like they were talking Canada-wide, and it was like people like elderly as well as nurses, and then it was like
no, I get that, like, but what I'm saying is if you wanted, your region could choose, like the part of Canada that you live in, your territory, whatever, could choose to have it be different, and that's what Grey Bruce did in Ontario. They're like, no, we want it to be like this. Because we have
honestly, I don't know about.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I just read the Grey Bruce County news article where they said this is how we're doing it. This is what I think it was not our district attorney, but like our mayor and district attorneys of each Grey Bruce County said, yeah, no, this is what we want. This is what we're doing. And I said, okay.
I see.
Yeah. Although, you know,
honestly, I'm not that concerned. My job will probably, if that's going to happen.
Josh is probably going to have to get it.
Yeah, I work for Purelator, so I'm probably going to have to get it.
Man, they emailed me and asked me if I wanted a job when I applied on Indeed for looking for work. And they're like, do you want to work
from Manpower?
Yeah. They're like, do you want to work full-time doing Purelator stuff? I'm like, you obviously didn't read the resume. I'm looking for part-time. Sorry. But you know what? Have fun. How is it?
The guy... Oh, I mean, I'll put it this way. I'm only working 4 hours. I work 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. And obviously a little more depending on what comes in. But the guy originally, like, he sent me an email and he's just like, hey, there's like a job for like, I think it was like 16 or 18 bucks an hour, and it was like
Purelator pays
8 hours.
Yeah.
I think it was 60. I can't remember. But
I remember mine being
and then 60. He never got back to me for 6 days, and then he asked me again if I was still interested. Yeah. And then he never responded to me, and then he said, hey, do you want a job for 4 hours at like 17 bucks an hour?
So,
and I said yes.
I'm going to assume what happened, because I think you cut out a little bit on my end. You said that he got back to you and said 4 hours at 16 whatever.
So, okay, so what he did originally was I got an email, him saying, hey, I want to work 8 hours a day. And then it took him 6 days to respond to me. Who's echoing? Oh, it's Brody. Okay.
Is it me? Okay, but it's not playing back in the podcast. Sorry, here, I'll just mute myself on Discord.
But, and then he didn't get back to me for 6 days after I said yes. And then after that 6 days, he said, hey, do you want to work? Or, hey, are you still interested? And I said yes. Then it took about 2 days or something like that. He never responded. And then he said, hey, do you want to work? Or, hey, here, I still have a position open. It's 5 to 9, whatever it is, 17 bucks an hour, Monday to Friday. And I said yes. And I literally, that time, I was like, here's my phone number. Call me. So he called me like half an hour later. Did that. So now I'm working. And it's not bad. Like, the worst part about it is literally waking up at 4 in the morning. That's about it. Honestly, like, the job itself is not too strenuous. At least what I do is not too strenuous. Like, all I do is sort packages and move them off the truck and stuff like that. We'll see what happens as time goes by. But
are you still echoing?
Yeah.
Is it just for you?
I can hear myself through you.
Yeah, but like Michael, if you talk.
I'm not sure.
Oh, is it? It is. What the fuck?
It's going up.
What the hell? Okay, sorry. Keep talking. I'm gonna try and fix that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. At least, luckily, it's not one of those jobs where I have to be hush hush about the whole thing. Because, I mean, it's not like I'm gonna talk about my job every day, sort of thing. But it's just sort of, it's not a confidential thing.
Well, yeah, I know it's kind of like me over the paper. I can't really take flyers out until their sale date, but I can go to you guys and go, hey, wait until this Thursday. Wait until Thursday.
Yeah.
These goes on sale.
And it's like, and I think one of the things I can do, I don't know if I have to ask again, because just I've only worked 2 days there so far, but I think like if a package comes that's for me, they can put it aside and then I can just take it home as opposed to them taking it on the truck.
Yeah, because
So then
they would just
I
have
can
to mark it as, I think, like delivered.
yeah, and so
in the
like so
system.
long as I get, because I mean I just recently ordered something, so I don't know where it's coming from. It's going to take a few weeks. I ordered it last night, so it was, it's not going to be coming for at least another week, and it comes from the States, so yeah. But it's like if I find it, I should be able to just put it in the office in my bag and just go. And it's also one of the nice things because it's even if it is being 4 hours is kind of nice because then it's also just, I go there, I work, I leave. I'm home half the time, but while everyone else, or I'm getting home when a lot of people are like leaving for work,
which is really nice.
Yeah. Again, the only problem is just
it's the 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, if it was like 6, where I had to wake up at if it was 6 and I had to wake up at 6 or something like that, and maybe start at like 7, like that would be 100% fine. But I can't really complain too much.
Oh no, yeah, it's the same with me over the Amazon fulfillment. It's like the worst part is just waking up to be at work at 6.
Yeah, and it's obviously, like I said, it's also not because we deal with sort of like the area, like we do Creston, Fernie, here obviously a bunch of other places. So like everything kind of has to get sorted, and then it's put to like all the different drivers and stuff like that. And so far, I don't have to worry about who goes where yet, but we'll see what happens within the next couple weeks. Where eventually I'll probably have to start doing actual sorting. But I legitimately enjoy taking stuff off the truck. It's nice because it's a sort of an area where I can just sort of do my job. I don't have to worry I like my coworkers too. They're the one guy has been there for a while, so he's a bit of an a-hole, simply because of the fact that he's he wants to get it done. But like I can't really fault him for it's the guy who's been ever who sees the new person and goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" Not actually. He doesn't swear at me. He's a very nice guy. He just gets irritated because he's been doing the same thing.
Irritating the old guy, Justin.
He's actually not even that old. I think he's probably only probably 38 or something like that. Oh, who was that?
It's me.
Is that you?
I joined and left. Is it still playing back?
Doesn't sound like it.
Okay, I'm still
can't really hear it. So yeah, well, it's still doing it, but okay, now I can hear it.
Okay, well, I don't know. It's real tech, and we're just gonna finish the podcast. We're only half an hour,
yeah,
so we'll finish.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I just sort of noticed it. I'll just turn you down a little bit.
Okay.
Then I don't hear it.
Like it's not playing back on the podcast. At least I'm not hearing it. So.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
And I've changed my Discord and my computer settings, so I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Discord's been funky last.
It's not just Discord. I have the worst audio card in the history of audio cards. I have Realtek, and it's permanently installed. Like no matter how many times I uninstall it my laptop, it comes back because it's not a driver that I had on my tower. It's the actual card that I have inside my computer, and I'm like, this is stupid, really. So I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it's probably just it's like your mic is picking it up because your headphones are loud or something.
No, they're not even that loud.
I don't know. Oh, I know. I don't. I just mean like that's yeah. It's microphones too is very sensitive or something.
I don't know.
So,
my microphone isn't as sensitive as my old one.
Yeah. Well, it's also just closer as well because assuming it's like, is it a headset one or is it a?
No, it's my stand-up mic, and it's on my desk,
okay.
like a good foot and a half away from my face.
I have no idea then.
I don't know either.
That's just the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could just be weird audio.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Either way. It's not that big of a deal, really, because so long as the podcast is not picking it up.
Yeah. Anyway. I mean, man. Fuck. It has been a long week working 2 jobs, so. Other than the few things I talked about, I mean, not a whole lot. It's Christmas. This holiday season. I don't get to say Merry Christmas at work, so there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I work with a bunch of... I work with some older individuals, so...
I had a tough conversation today with one of my customers at Canadian Tire. She walked in, and she's like, I want a $50 gift card. And I was like, okay. And I was about to tell her that they're behind her, like in the back corner, like to go pick one out. And she's like, and I want one that's Christmassy. And I said, well, they're all just red and black. And she's like, what the fuck? Why? Where's your Christmas ones? I'm like, well, we can't exactly celebrate Christmas anymore inside of our store. And she's like, what does that mean? I'm like, well, I can't say Merry Christmas to people anymore. It's a law in Canada. I can't do it. Like, what? So it's the same with our Christmas cards. We can sell Christmas cards, but we can't sell Christmas gift cards, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not equal, I guess.
You can sell festive ones,
yes.
but you can't sell Christmas.
Yes, and we didn't have any festive ones because the law is still new. So, yeah. But no, I don't know. She didn't fucking like that. And I was like, well, oh well. I mean, I can't just magically conjure one out of my ass. So.
Yeah, no, it's like companies have to be inclusive or like.
And it sucks because by inclusive they mean don't include anybody so nobody gets mad.
Yeah.
Like.
Pretty much.
I mean, that's honest. That's how people work.
Yeah, I don't know. It's you know,
it's not
all power to you.
If I'm included, it's a matter of is anyone I don't like included.
You know what? I'm just gonna be honest with you. I really, really, really never really said Merry Christmas to anybody anyway. Like, to me, that's a family thing.
Yeah. See, I said Merry Christmas if someone else said Merry Christmas to me.
I used to just go have a great weekend. And they're like, oh, Merry Christmas. I'm like, yep. Yeah. Nice. Sure.
Yeah. See, I respond like, I will say Merry Christmas if someone else says it, but other than that, I don't. Like,
during, like, that week, like that Christmas week, I'll say have a holiday or have a nice season, right? But I still don't say Merry Christmas. Like, to me, that's a family thing. I say that to my family and friends. Because I mean it when I say it to them. Yeah. It's not just empty, soulless, thanks for spending $80 at Canadian Tire, Merry Christmas. You know, it's, no, it's not like that.
Yeah, I just see, even like, I don't even say that stuff when I was working at like Safeway and stuff. It was just like, see you later. Have a good day.
Someone wants to Mary Chrysler. Don't get the fuck out of the store.
Yeah, exactly. I don't. That place was fine. You know, I don't care. Go get out. Welcome to Walmart. Buy your shit.
Get your eggnog and get out.
Yeah, exactly. Your eggnog and your cheese.
Man, that Family Guy clip was so real. Like, it was too real. They kept it too real, honestly. There were
Which one?
The get your shit and get out.
Oh, I mean, that was Jeff Dunham first. But...
No, but I know. But, like, anybody who has worked retail can relate to that clip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't care about you, just about your money. So get your shit and leave. You're blocking the area.
Anyone that's worked in like anything retail with customers, it's just.
My till is next to customer service, and I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I love hearing the conversations that come out of people's mouths. I have one lady, she came in, she had a warranty on, I think it was a Christmas tree. I'm not sure, but her and her husband came in and was like, So backstory for Christmas trees and other things like that, like electronics, Canadian Tire can't handle that warranty. You got to go through the fucking trees company, right?
Yeah, the manufacturer.
You got to call the manufacturer and get a slip and a permission number or whatever it's called, and then come up and give us the give it to them, and then we'll figure it out for you, and then they'll bill us, right? But we can't just replace a tree because then they won't bill us or pay us for that one broken tree, right? And not only that, it also just completely null and voids warranty, and you don't want that because it still lasts for unlimited replacements.
Yeah.
And she didn't like that. She didn't like that she had to call somebody else after already driving here and, like, just trying to get her tree to work. And I was like, well, you know, in my mind, because I'm not there, I'm not working at the counter, I'm like, well, then why the fuck would you drive here anyway if you already knew you had to call the number?
Yeah.
Like, what? Oh, you know what? Maybe we'll just go down and see if they'll take it anyway, you know, because that's how it works. We'll just drive across town instead of spending 5 minutes on the phone and, you know, maybe we'll see it works. No, she drove down here, right? And she had a huge issue. And I was just kind of listening into, like, the conversation of, like, the manager trying to explain to her why you couldn't do it. And it all made sense to me, right? To me, it makes sense. And fucking her husband, who's there, is like, well, why don't I just pull up with my truck and leave it outside on the front doorstep? And I lean over and I go, but then you'd be out of Christmas tree. But it's true. Because we can't replace nothing, right? You still have to call the manufacturer even if you drive up and leave the Christmas tree out front.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. So I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Just leave it out front. He didn't like that either. He's like, well... Then, and I was like, well, it's true though, because then you'd be out of Christmas tree, and you still have to call the manufacturer with or without the tree, but we can't replace the tree without it. So if you pull up and leave it here, we're just going to throw it away, because it's not a problem. And legally, we can't do anything about it. Sorry. It's great.
Yeah.
I fucking love people.
I think probably my favorite sort of, I wasn't the one, I was sort of like, again, listening, I wasn't part of it. There was someone at Safeway bitching about, like, not being able to return something. And one of the customers came by and, like, kind of, like, leaned into the other guy and said, how about then you fuck off?
Yeah.
And get the hell out of the way.
I fucking...
And, like, so the guy, like, kind of looked all like, oh my god, someone told me to fuck off.
And the worst part was he wasn't even an employee, so you couldn't complain.
Yeah, exactly.
There was nobody to complain to. He was like, oh, well, now I'm just fucked.
And on the, then I saw that there was, like, one other guy, because it was, like, the actual, like, desk.
Yeah.
Because we have this whole area where it's, like, customer service, returns, blah, 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 blah. And there's, like, 3 other people behind him trying to, like, to actually get shit done. Because it's also where you go for, like, you know, a bunch of other shit. But, you know, it's
like clock machine is.
Yeah, but yeah, it's only so little over that way. But it's just like, what the fuck? And so, like, and then after the guy said that, who he was just walking past, the 2 other people behind him went, yeah, fuck off. And he got all angry and left and stuff like that. And I was
there are a few employees where we would say that to certain people. It happened at 7-Eleven. Our 7-Eleven, this isn't the 7-Eleven policy, but we're allowed to have, like, our own little policies, and we all agreed that because we're close to so many schools that we were a family store. So, like, anybody who had, like, a provocative t-shirt or didn't come in with shoes and shirt, like, we would fucking enforce well, you shouldn't wear that in here, right?
Yeah.
But we wouldn't kick them out either. If they showed up with a shirt that has swear on it, we'll just be like, just so you know, next time, you know, please don't wear that.
Yeah, cover it up.
Yeah, just try. You know, just please try. I'm still going to serve you, right? Well, he didn't fucking like that. I guess he was having a bad day, and my friend Lee... Our friend Lee, who is at 7-Eleven, leaned over. He's like, just so you know, you shouldn't wear that type of shirt in the store. And he fucking, the guy on the other side of the counter, he's like, how about you go fuck yourself? And I was like, oh. And Lee was like, I don't really like your tone. And he's like, well, I don't really give a fuck about you. And Lee grabbed all of his stuff on the counter and, like, ripped it out of his hands and was like, then get the fuck out of here. And I was like, wow. There were, like, other customers in the store, and I was like, holy shit. And then the guy fucking threw a bottle at Lee. It was great. And then Lee called the police. And he got charged assault with a weapon.
That's awesome.
That was it was probably not the angriest customer I've ever dealt with, but it was one of those moments where you're like, Jesus Christ. That escalated so fast. Lee was going to serve him and everything. He already rang it up. He was already ready to pay, and he's just like, just so you know, I'm really sorry. You just can't. You just next time, just so you know, you can't wear that shirt in the store. And the guy's like, how about you just go fuck yourself? And I was like, that didn't need to escalate as quickly as it did, but okay, it did. Anyway,
best feeling though ever is when your manager or whatever is like, yeah, fuck off.
Actually sticks up with you.
Yeah.
Man,
I don't ever have to.
She paid with Looney, like for a coffee. She's like, it was a toonie, you owe me $1. I'm like, no, it was a Looney. And it was like, no, it was a toonie. And then like the manager, like she complained to the manager. The manager was like, so she gave you a toonie. And I opened my till. I'm like, please tell me. And I pointed to the empty toonie section. Like, please tell me where that toonie is. Because I have no idea where this invisible toonie seems to be. But apparently it's a thing. Like, I don't have any toonies. Like, I'm sorry.
Jeez. Yeah, I did. I'm honestly, at least so far, I'm so much happier working in a warehouse.
Yeah. I like the factory work.
Dealing with people, but like, there's a point.
You can only be around stupid so long.
Yeah, I still think this is, I mean, probably a lot of people disagree, but I still think that people, it almost should be like mandatory, like by law, for you to have to spend a certain amount of time working in customer service. And whether that's like customer services in like a cashier or a sales representative or whatever.
Fast food.
Fast food, whatever. So you should have to spend at least, and I don't have a frame, like 6 months, a year, whatever, I don't know. Over the course of, however many years. We'll just say, I honestly have I haven't really thought through it.
I'd say at least maybe 50 hours, because you can at least experience
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like something like that should be mandatory. You should have to do that.
Yeah.
Simply because then hopefully when, you're about to yell at that cashier, you go, oh, I was a cashier. Okay, that was you.
Man, but, I don't yell at anybody.
No, but it's I'm not saying like us in particular. Like I've been a cashier, I've been a dishwasher, I've been all these sorts of things where it's like I have enough sympathy for people where it's like I know when to not be an asshole.
I did, however, get a little snippy with a Harvey's employee once because she asked me what I wanted on my cheeseburger because I was buying cheeseburger for lunch, right? And I said, oh, just onions and ketchup. And she's like, we don't have onions. I'm like, then just ketchup, then it's fine. And she gave me my bag, and it was just fries. And I was like, so where's my burger? And she's like, you didn't order one. I'm like, yes, you did. You came up here and asked me what I want on my burger, and I said onions and ketchup, and you said we had onions. So I asked for just ketchup. And she's like, oh, yeah, right, that's right. Never mind. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
And I was
like, that's kind of different to like, I want your manager, you're stealing money from me. Oh my God, you're the worst. Why the fuck have you not been fired and like murdered yet? Like those.
How about you just eat shit off my balls then?
Yeah, eat like, oops, you fucked up. Here's the evidence.
Fuck, it happens. Whatever.
As opposed to like, let me rip your head off and shit down your neck.
But I have been a little snippy before. Fuck, Michael and I have also encountered snippy customers. It's great.
I'll always remember the McDonald's one.
I was training some new guys. It was Jordan. I was training Jordan at 7-Eleven. And he had left the cleaning tab inside the coffee pot in hot water and just left it up there where the customers could get it. And some lady poured a cup of hot soapy water and she complained. And I said, oh yeah, okay, no problem. Just get a new cup and use a different machine. I'll give you a coffee for free. And I was telling Jordan about it, right? I was like, just so you know, you left the coffee cup there with the soap in it. She came up and complained, and she from across the store was like, I can hear you talking about me. And I was like, well, yeah, how else am I supposed to train Jordan how not to do that again?
Yeah.
Like what did you expect me to do? Just have the conversation when I couldn't use you as an example? What the fuck? Right? Mm-hmm. He made a mistake. If you went home and drank that, we would have lost you could have died with those fucking cleaning tabs. That's industrial cleaner.
Yeah.
Man, holy shit. So I told him not to do it. Come on. Some people just don't use a brain. No brains.
Just,
common sense is something that is, it's not given. It's
Common?
something that's learned.
Do you guys remember your first snippy customer? Like the first one you ever encountered?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think everybody does. It's fucking great. Just so you know, if you're snippy, like if you're rude to another employee or whatever, not even just another employee, like an employee of like a retail or whatever, just know if you're the first one, they'll fucking remember you for the rest of their lives. And it's not out of spite. You just set an example. It's not you. It's not the personal. You just set the bar. The start of the bar that will grow for a long time.
Yeah.
I also remember like my dumbest customer.
Yeah, but my first was fucking great.
Food.
I was working at Little Caesars, right? This was back at Little Caesars, back when I was still in like grade 10, high school, fat kid wearing the orange Little Caesars shirt, working with the Filipinos, and here I was, and this lady comes in, right? And she's got the cowl on, like the little like old lady like bandana that comes over her head to her chin. She's like walking with like one of those walkers, and she has like 7 layers on, in like early fall, like 7 layers. And she comes in, and I'm like, good morning, good evening, ma'am. And she's like, don't call me ma'am. It makes me feel old. And I'm like, well, I mean, sorry.
I mean, I can say lady.
in my head,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, but you're obviously, you present a very old exterior. Like I'm sorry.
If you're not old, then you look old.
I'm so, like, I like, you know, balls to me for judging a book by its cover, but you look old as fuck. Like, you look like you should have the Tweety Bird in your fucking apartment right now. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, man. Goddamn. And you're gonna get mad at me because I don't know. I was like, oh, okay. You know, as a kid, I was like, I'm really sorry. You know what? What do you need today? I'll give you some free crazy bread or whatever, but damn. Speaking of Little Caesars, they deliver in Old Town.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
our town was very bare bones.
Yeah, they didn't have a car. None of our employees had a license. Like, I didn't have a license, and nobody else had a license. And they weren't going to pay us for gas because they didn't have that approved. And then the city didn't give them funding for it, and they're like, well, we're not delivering. But don't sound they do. It's great. I ordered Little Caesars the other day. Yeah, I know. You got that new pizza place that hasn't burned down yet, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is that place? Sorry, before we continue that, how is that
apparently
place?
I haven't tried
the pizza place was pretty good last time I ate it. Okay. It was a little greasy, like a little too greasy for me. It's why
greasy?
Yeah, a little bit more actually.
Ew.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they do more than just pizza. They do subs and shit. So I don't know. I only ever ate like the Meat Lovers, which is like the greasiest pizza. So
yeah,
give or take.
Go ahead, Michael. Thank you.
Let's say apparently like with the fire that burned here apparently that Cranbrook Hotel one was a meth lab blowing up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Yeah. But at the same time, that's interesting.
I haven't seen anything on it, so I can't confirm or deny that that's actually what happened. But yeah, I believe it. 100%.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Man, you know what's
Where
crazy?
You
wanna? Sorry, go ahead, Michael. Finish your thing, because I have something I want to add.
Yeah. Where did you hear from, Mike?
Oh, it's just some headphones. So that's probably what you heard.
Yeah. Where did you hear the meth lab thing from?
Yeah.
I think my parents saw it online or something.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, first off, Michael works in a newspaper place. He probably sees shit like that all the time. So, you know.
I mean, I was right there when the Legion and
you work right beside May's and the Legion. Yeah.
If the wind was blowing any worse, I possibly would have been out of a job.
Yeah, even worse, you probably could have died because that fucking newspaper shit goes up like hot. It is one of the biggest igniters ever. They'd actually have to call in probably a fire team from Kelowna because you have chemicals in there. And I don't know if BC is chemical certified, their fire department. Well, at least Cranbrook. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I was going to say is, at least in Grey Bruce here, out here in Ontario, they're having some issues with drugs. As the supply chain from America, because believe it or not, we get our like fentanyl and shit mostly from America, has dried up to the point to where people who make drugs have to get a little fucking creative. And sadly, when they get creative, it gets deadly. Like, we're apparently like paint thinner and like some type of like tranquilizer and shit is being mixed into like crystal meth, and it's not fucking working well for anybody. Like, the overdose rate is going up through the fucking roof. So just Just honestly, I don't do drugs, but if you do drugs, the Canadian Health Report has a way of learning how to do drugs safely. Just for your own safety. Just
Look
go ahead.
It up
yeah,
before
just,
you
just
do it.
Yeah, just take 5 minutes.
Make sure you're safe, even if you're going to do it. Use the right
They have pamphlets
receptacles
too.
if you're for disposals, stuff like that.
They're printing out pamphlets and shit, and putting them in hospitals too. Just if you do drugs, just don't trust all of your drugs right now. Basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There you go.
And don't do drugs, but
because it is getting gnarly. I think right now Grey Bruce County. I could look it up on Twitter. Actually, they just tweeted about it today. That's why I brought it up. They told us what was inside of some of these drugs. Give me a minute.
You look up what's inside of like cigarettes. Honestly, not much better.
Well, the difference is you're putting this right in your fucking immune system and your brain.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying.
No.
All these things are not good for you in any way, shape, or form anyways. But yes, it's getting worse.
After 2 drug poisonings on Friday, that's right. Hang on. It's going to load up for the Owen Sound Sun and Times here. I follow the newspaper on Twitter. Because I don't actually want to buy the real newspaper.
Yeah. Oh, I don't blame you. It's pointless nowadays.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that pointless. But
He says as someone who works for a paper. Yeah. So there we go. That's just how pointless it is.
I mean, our papers is once a week on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
That is true.
And it's also advertiser and stuff like that too. So.
Oh, yeah.
Where is it? Okay, I actually have to... Wow, thank you so much.
But when it was 3 days a week, they thought it was a smart idea to make it Monday, Tuesday, Friday, I believe.
So the OPP, which is basically our police here in Owen Sound, have been doing a ton drug bust lately, like a shit ton drug bust. Oh man, they're more active on Facebook, and they've been cracking down on this because they've been saying like shit like I've been saying, like they're just mixing it with a ton of shit that they just shouldn't be. Owen Sound Police Service, always open. Photos? No, I just want posts. Yes, they're raising a ton of money. They're doing the charity event. Yeah. Where is it? It was some crazy chemical. I can't remember what it was. It was like something that would go in lighter fuel. That's what people were fucking putting into crystal meth.
Jesus.
As like the main ingredient to crystal meth. Which apparently crystal meth is not the main ingredient to crystal meth, whatever that is. I don't know where it is. Sorry.
I took DARE. I know not to do drugs.
Yeah. I like all the DARE memes where people were like, one day somebody will approach you and offer you drugs, and it cuts to the comedian going, well, that was a fucking lie. Because it's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll walk up to you and offer you drugs. They deleted all their tweets on the drugs because they wanted to talk about the new bridge opening up in Owen Sound.
Yeah.
Oh well. Whatever. Do what you guys gotta do. You got a publicity thing.
Yeah, no, it's always interesting to read about this. But if that's actually what happened, okay. That still sucks, but
yeah, it's people are just
how
like
convenient.
They're like, dude, it's a white liquid that breaks down when you light it on fire. Let's put it in drunks.
Yeah. Let's light it on fire. Jeez. Yeah, it's such a
Man, you know what else is going on in the world? Like just recently, like has just been popping up a lot on my feed. The RCMP and their brutality rates apparently have gone up a little bit. Apparently that's a statistic. More so in Surrey, BC, right now, and in I think it's BC. Yeah, Surrey, BC, and in the entire fucking territory of Nova Scotia. So, there are people who are calling a defund on the Nova Scotian RCMP.
Which I kind of find funny when it's like Canadian people are like, defund the police. I'm like, guys, unlike the States, our police aren't basically a publicly funded military force.
Yeah.
What's actually kind of funny that it's bring up is the RCMP is the closest thing that Canada has to an FBI, because we only have the RCMP, right? There's no actual other than in Ontario where you have the Ontario Provincial Police, the OPP. We don't have another police force in Canada. Like, we have the RCMP, and then we have, like, the subsection of the RCMP. The Crimes Against Children, the analysis one that does psychopaths, I think it's DUA or whatever it's called. Then we have a DEA in the RCMP, but it's still RCMP. It's all together in one area. And then they have another group of RCMP, which is the brown cars, which go to towns that don't actually have enough people to have an actual police force, and they have one headquarters in between those 6 towns. So there's like 100 different things, and everybody's calling to defund the entire thing. I'm like, okay, well, why don't you just pick what's the problem, branches, and just defund that? Like, that's what I don't understand, right? Like, if you are going to defund that part of the RCMP, go, okay, well, it's the street police section or whatever it's called. I don't actually know what it's called. I believe I'm just gonna call them branches, and defund that. But then you gotta just say, no, just defund them all. I'm like, well, that's not fair because your Crimes Against Children unit aren't going around fucking beating people up. Right?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, it's and especially with all this shit after like COVID and stuff, it's like, especially now with like Black Lives Matters movements and stuff. Like sunshine, good morning. Yes, Mike. But it was sorry, I'm coughing up shit.
That's all right.
But yeah, it's like, it's just you can't get rid of everything. That's not how it works.
I don't know.
Oh, hey, this guy did something. Hey, defund the whole thing. All right.
Like, I've never looked at the RCMP or the OPP the same way I have looked at American police officers, because I think American police officers are fucking retarded. I'm just gonna say it out loud. I think they're the dumbest fucking people I've ever seen in my life, honestly. Like, it's not even their fault. They just get clowned so hard by that fucking society in America. Just like, and I know that there are shit police officers. I'm not saying they're not. I'm like, obviously there are. Police officers are fuckheads. But I mean, like, more so in America. Like, I would rather have a conversation with more of our police officers here in Canada than I would in America. I feel like I could have a conversation outside of work with police officers in Canada and not America. That's just how I feel. Now, is that all of them? No, but I feel like it's the majority.
It doesn't help America with the gun laws, and here where we have a lot tighter gun laws.
Only downside, well, yeah, I guess that too. I guess in Canada there's a lot.
Also, yes, Black Lives Matter.
Obviously. No, I was getting there. I was going to say in, what was I going to say now? Now I've lost my train of thought because you brought up an important topic. That's all right. I was going to say in Canada, our RCMP and OPP and stuff like that, they kind of are more like an old school boys club too. Like, obviously they have female police officers. That's not the issue. The issue is that because they are just one group, it gets very boys clubby, and that could be a good and a bad thing. Like, they do a lot of charity drives and they work well together, but at the same time, it really means that they're really fucking stuck together, and that's really hard. And if done wrong, that could be really toxic to the community too. Following that old boys club routine.
Yeah, I
think the best example here is people are pushing to, it don't sound, defund the fire department, because there's this old fire chief who keeps running for mayor and he keeps doing illegal shit, but nobody's arresting him for it because he did 40 years of service, and he's a damn good firefighter too. I'll let you know, he's got 40 years on his belt, I respect that, but at the same time, because it's a boys club, they're not fucking doing anything about it, right? Because, like, well, 40 years of service, like, why the fuck are we arresting him? And then they're like, well, maybe because he's kicking in the door of his tenant's house and ripping out their fucking copper pipes in December. And they're like, yeah, well, he has 40 years on his belt. And they're like, oh, okay, well, fuck you, right? I don't know. It's one of those things where the boys club both benefits and hurts the community, and is it worth it, right? Is it just worth having it? I don't know.
Is it that much of a benefit that, it just gets rid of all of the hurting?
But at the same time, like, you got to consider, like, some of these police officers have been together for, like I said, 40 years. Like, that fire chief knows probably most of the police chiefs in town. And it's not because they were firefighters, he's a police officer. Like, it's a small town, man. There's not a lot of bars. So, I don't know. I feel like that boys club can get a little toxic sometimes. But I don't know. Yeah. I'm not telling them how to do their job. I'm just saying. A little toxic. And I think that's one of the issues that we see in Canada, at least with our police officers. is they are, in fact, acting like a boys' club. Again, there are female police officers, and they are part of that boys' club, but it's the best description I can give you. It's a little boys' clubby. Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's been 60 minutes.
They're basically a brotherhood and slash sisterhood of
Again, not
clubs.
a bad thing. And they do have regulations, and they do stick to them pretty fucking hard. But yeah, it's a little so-so. As most places. I think we're going to go ahead and end on that topic because it got a little serious.
Yeah.
A lot of covers. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching. If you like it, let us know. Like, comment, and subscribe as always. It's good for the algorithm. And you just generally tell us what parts of the podcast you like more so we know what to focus on. If you like the video game stuff or the news or whatever, like, you tell us. And we will take that feedback into consideration.
Yes.
Yep.
Please do.
We've been trying to specialize instead of...
Please make it constructive. It's not just I like this part. Actually,
I mean, if you
tell
just
us what you like about it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
or
even
don't
you just
say
tell
you
us,
hate this part. Tell us what you didn't like about it. That's
yeah.
the best. Or just, I mean, do whatever you want. I can't. I'm not your...
Yeah, there's normally 5 of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Studio's coming. Audio won't be complete shit. I think we're gonna... I'm thinking about just recording audio by itself and posting it. I don't know. We're gonna find out. That's a whole other thing. We're really testing things out. So let us know what you think. And feel free to even just like it, or dislike it. I don't care. It's still good for the algorithm. Okay.
Dislike's good for the algorithm?
Yeah, because it shows people where you should be, and it actually helps you get some numbers. Either way, you get more numbers, even if they dislike it. So it's still publicity. People still watch it to dislike it. Good luck.